Hello everyone, and welcome to the Bahrain Grand Prix with Apex Racing League. So as you see, I'm swerving on my quali lap. That's because I'm trying to warm my tyres up. So warm up lap, out lap, and of course I'm driving my Williams. So as you see, I've already done a 1 minute 30.581 in the top right there. That's my best. Not a bad lap, about 2/10 or so off my best. So not great. Can certainly improve. That still put me 4th though, but only just done a 29.9. This is personal best. Absolutely fantastic lap that was. So I'm using understeer there to try and warm my front right tyre. So half a second I need to gain. It's a lot of time, but we were maybe a 10th apart from our PBs or ish in practice. So I can do it. I can get a 29, no, it's possible, but it does need a more or less perfect lap. So gotta have to try and bosh it out. I'm on primes. I haven't mentioned that yet. I'm pretty sure this is the best strategy for the Bahrain race. Tyre wear's a little bit lower than it was in China, so it should be okay. So DRS is wide open then. End of the first sector. Can I do it? Not quite there. After this corner it is. So I know I had a pretty good first sector last time. So maybe not, but hopefully you should be able to. Yes, half a 10's up. That's good. It's looking very good actually. 10th and a half up on ownage. So I've actually done purple fastest of anyone. So it's a very good first sector. 10th and a half up on ownage. So in theory, that could give me, what was it, 29.8. But I need to nail this middle sector, nail the braking. Very tricky braking this corner. Do lock my wheels slightly, pushes me ever so slightly off the apex, but I've still got reasonable amount of speed through there, so it's not too bad. Using a lot of my curves on the exit of that corner. DRS is wide open then. For the run to the next corner. Braking just for the 50-metre wall on the left hand side there. Grabs a third gear. Flick it into second to make it turn in nicely as the car runs wide there. Lets me pass in Caterham. DRS wide open then through the whole run for that second corner, and I'm actually down 10th and a half down there. She's gained 3/10 of me effectively, that middle sector. Well, I've lost 3/10 to him. In the middle sector alone, that's a lot. And I did lose a 10th to myself, to be fair, so I can obviously go faster than that, but still, gonna still crack on with this lap then. Coming through the final corner now. This is the final sector. I know I did make a bit of a mistake last lap in the final sector, so can I improve my time? I can indeed, almost 4/10, 1 minute 30.191. 2.5 tenths of zones. That does provisionally put me in second place, but unfortunately, as you can see there, a lot of people do improve, and right down in 8th place. Surprised me actually, how far I was down with that time. I was pretty happy with that, but as you can see, once again, very close indeed. Christian does get pole in the end. He put in a late lap on options. There's only a few tenths between a lot of the midfield runners there, so interesting. So when you threw my setup then, 11-11 balance, interestingly, a little bit different. A little bit more of an aggressive setup. Full gear ratios. As these gear ratios, if anything, they're still a little bit too short, so absolutely full. Pitting on lap 17 for a set of option tyres. I'm going for a cautious fuel strategy. So here we go then, on the grid. So you can see Christian and Victor, I believe it is, alongside him there. Both got options. Ownage there on primes, and everyone else between us is on options. So actually, putting that into context, I was the second guy on the grid on options, so actually, that's not bad. But obviously, as I said, a few more tenths, I'd have been right with ownage. But there we go, so the lights are on now then, and they're going to go out in just a second. There they go, so going straight to reach mixture then. Minimising boost spin, but not doing a fantastic job of it. Using some curves then in the slipstream with Mikey there ahead, so the options do tend to get a better start than me, so that's okay. Going to be braking now, try and go, ooh, I brake Mikey's very early. Going around the outside of Ypsilon then if I can do it, but oh, looks like he's gone straight on. He's gone completely straight on there, and lots of contact. Oh no, everyone's spinning all over the shop. Managed to recover it just about, and there's a K1 alongside me now. I have to go all over the curves, try and avoid him, using the rest of my curves that I saved. Just try and get past him, and I'm actually in 6th. I did actually overall gain 2 places somehow on that start, but that wasn't great. In hindsight, I can tell you that Mikey, you might have noticed it, did dive out the inside of Ypsilon there in the McLaren, and unfortunately that was a bit of an over-aggressive move. It was a relatively clean overtake, to be fair to him, but it was just too aggressive, and Ypsilon had nowhere to go. He had to go pretty much straight on when he should have been turning, and of course there was 2 or 3 cars alongside him that did want to be turning into that corner, so it didn't just work out, unfortunately. And I'll tell you now that Mikey does receive a post-race penalty of 20 seconds for that incident. And also, you might have noticed on the left-hand side, I think it's include, goes into the back of a few people, causes Christian to run wide, and ownage my teammate. And he also does receive a 20-second time penalty at the end of the race. But anyway, we're on the first lap now, trying to close down Kifler for 5th place. It's not too bad if you look on the mini-map. I've not lost too much time, definitely could have been a lot better. I would have been right on the leaders there. I'm not actually all that far back. So I'm quite confident on this track. I feel pretty quick. So I enjoy the track very much. I like stop-starty circuits like this track is. So hopefully I can fight back. You can see the leader there, so it's not too bad. Pretty close to the car in front as well. Hopefully I'll get DRS. pulling out from boring wave behind me, which is good. Hopefully over a second. Yes, it will be. Well, I'm over a second to the car ahead, so I need to try and close that gap down, ready for DRS in a couple of laps' time. As they're battling a little bit there, that will slow each other down, hopefully help me. They're battling quite hard, actually. I believe that's Mikey, as I said, the guy who caused the first turn incident. He caused it up the inside, he avoided it all and got away with it. And actually, I think he started... Yeah, he started one place anyway, didn't he? And oh, it's Christian and Mikey run wide there. Unfortunately, don't manage to overtake them. Kiffler managed to go through both of them, but I don't quite manage it, unfortunately. But I'm going to go to the inside of Mikey now. They're braking very late, trying to get it all slowed down, which I managed. Sticking it nice to the apex. And get ahead of Mikey, but he's still up me inside. I'm not going to use my KERS. I'm going to just hold him nice and tight there. I hope he locks a wheel or something, but he doesn't. But he does go up the inside of Christian. They're going to contact, but oh, I couldn't quite undercut them. Didn't quite manage it, but I'm still very close to the lead. We're just slowing each other down. Look at the minimap now. Look at the gap to the leaders already. So we're just slowing each other down, unfortunately, with this driving, but that's okay. We all want the position. Like me and Christian did to each other in Australia, just slowing each other down, but hopefully we'll have this all sorted in a moment. And we can crack on and catch the leaders as, oh, we got on the curve a bit there. Get a bit of oversteer. Purple sector, it's to be expected. Standing start last lap. Only a 10th down on Christian, then 10th and a half as I crossed the last line, so very close indeed. Boring Whip still a little way back. Nicely in a slipstream won't get DRS this lap though, unfortunately. It will be the next lap. Detection line was just there, we crossed it. It's a very powerful DRS in this track, as I've got pretty KERS, they're going to use it, but it looks like Christian must have had some as well. I've not gained on him, and there's the DRS activation line. As I said, I have it next lap. So 36.1 then. Not sure how good that lap is, but right in the slipstream, 34.8 from Onage. That's a huge difference, 1.3 seconds. So I have a little look at the inside of Christian there, but it's more of a scare tactic than anything. I'm still very close indeed behind him, using some KERS in this slipstream. And I'm probably going to die out the inside, am I? Yes, you just got a KERS taken by surprise to get alongside him, but I do actually back out of it there. I think I braked a little bit early, but giving him plenty of room, and I'm up the inside to the next corner. That should give me the position. Looks like he might have backed out of it. Yep, that gives me the position. Happy days. So it didn't quite work out as planned as he comes out another go at me around the outside, but I'm going to brake very late. Oh, brake too late though, completely missed the apex. And he's come inside of me, and he's going to be past me by the next corner. Again, I don't want to use my KERS, I want to save it, but that didn't quite work out, did it? Unfortunately, but as long as I stay nice and close to him, I'm happy. Stay in his slipstream. As I said, Christian actually started on pole, so to be back in 5th, a little way off the leaders, it's not a great start from him. As I said, he did get hit, so it's not been a good start at all, bad luck. And there we go. Said the guys have received penalties, so fair enough. So we're just slipstream then nice and close. Going to be about a 10th and a half, I should imagine, maybe 2 tenths as we cross this line. 2.5 tenths, not far off. As, oh, he runs right out wide there though. And I use my KERS, which was probably a bad choice actually, since the detection line's ended straight. He's probably gone to lean now to make sure he gets DRS. So he will get DRS and probably just retake me, I should imagine. Here we go. Put foot down there for the, yeah, look how close he is. I've got no KERS to defend. He's got KERS as well. He's already passed me by the time he gets to the DRS line. So bye bye Christian. We get to see how powerful the KERS is now though. Look at that. Even the slipstream just completely pulling away from me. Nothing I could do in that particular incident. As, oh, he brakes very early though. Have a look at the inside. He's surprised me by how early he braked there. Looks like actually though I'm braking quite a bit later than everyone else. I do seem to be gaining on them a lot in the braking zones. As I'm coming up again once again behind Christian. He goes to a defensive line now though. So I have a look around the outside, but of course that's probably not going to work. Oh, as he gets some oversteer though, but unfortunately I couldn't capitalize on it. Too close behind him. I would have hit him if I tried to put my foot down, so I had to ease off the throttle, give him a little bit of space. Couldn't do a lot about that one. 10th and a half again as we cross the last line, so very close indeed. As he's run a little bit wide, but not too bad. He won't lose too much time because of that. But once again, so close to him. Look, right in his slipstream, as even the 2 guys ahead are pulling away, let alone the leaders. So hopefully I can get ahead and crack on. Christian does seem a little bit slower than me. So fingers crossed. Look at all the KERS I'm saving. I'm going to standard now, so I don't want the same thing to happen as last lap. As he's run a bit wide, they run very wide, right out off track. I'm going to take that place. And hopefully he's now going to be too far back to be able to effectively use DRS. He will get DRS, but not 0.6 yet. He will get DRS, but he's hopefully too far back to be able to overtake. Fingers crossed. Look at all that KERS I've got left. I'm going to go to Rich now, nice and early, to try and maintain the gap. So a lot further than last lap at least, isn't it? And now I need to try and catch the guys ahead. Lap 4 already of 29. So using all my KERS now then. I did find in practice that if you use Rich and all your KERS, generally speaking, you can just about defend DRS. Despite the fact it's very powerful, of course you need to be a little way ahead anyway. As he's gaining on me, but I've gone to the inside and no chance. And I'm managed to get it all slowed down as well. So no chance there from Christian. Zomaka does a fast start on 34.5, so still over a second quicker than what I'm doing. And I'm on Rich, so that's how much we're losing with battling. I think Zomaka's actually behind us, so not too worried about that. Since it's not the leaders that are pulling away at that pace, but still that shows what sort of pace that we could have. As yeah, half a second up first sector, of course that was DRS that helped that. This Christian's very close behind me now, but I'm not going to bother defending since, as I said, I know I brake very late. So he runs a little bit wide there, but not too bad. As we're now coming to, as I said, very tricky braking, particularly on high fuel. So easy to lock the inside wheel there. And of course on this game it overly punishes you for locking a wheel, so you'd effectively go straight on. So who's that ahead now? Mikey? It is. And I think, is it actually 2 Force Indias just ahead, or is it Kifler in the Sauber? Can't quite see, they're a little bit too far ahead. No, still just about missed him because of the barrier. It's definitely Mikey directly ahead in the Force India. As Christian's very close to me, only 2 tenths, so 4 tenths closer than last lap, but I've gone to Rich a bit earlier. He's in this is my slipstream though, but hopefully I can still defend from him. Oh, as he gives me a push though, he pushes me right out wide, and he does back out of it, to be fair, but that's going to probably lose me the place to Zomaka. Which looks like it probably will. I'm not going to go to the inside now, it's too late. I don't want to cut across him too badly. And yeah, look at that, flies past me. As, oh, look how much later I brake then. Right on the outside I went. And does that give me the place? I have to go over the curb. No, I go over the curb. That's not going to allow him back through, but that's what I mean by me braking later than everyone else. Didn't expect to brake that much later than him. I considered going the inside, decided against it, but then I had to take avoiding action up the outside to not hit him because I braked so much later. Christian's now looking at having a pop, but I'm on Rich, so there's no luck of that. So that's not good. Unfortunately, Christian's cost us time there. I hope that doesn't keep happening, otherwise we're definitely not going to be able to get back to the lead of this race. We are quite a way back now, look. The leader's already coming around this next corner. Next chicane. No, hairpin. But I'm just concentrating on Zomaka for now. Oh, as he runs right out wide though, does that allow me the place? Probably does, I'm right alongside him. As he's probably going to get me there, which he does indeed. That's fine, I'll go slipstream. It's not a great overtaking place into this corner anyway. Of course, no DRS down the straight like there is in real life. So he runs a little bit wide there. Might just be his racing line, but I just want to stay nice and close now. I want to get DRS on the next straight. Don't want to be really pulling too many moves if I can help it. So I've run a bit wide though. That's going to allow Christian to get very close to me indeed. I have to go to Rich again. Mainly to defend against Christian, but it's okay. I've got the slipstream, so I think I've got away with it. Yep. Should be okay. So once again, look how much later I brake than Christian. Zomaka rather. Not sure whether it's my brake setup. I don't know if you saw I'm running high and large discs, 47.53. Still, that's a big difference. I've got DRS now, should hopefully fly past him. And on the outside, yes, looks like Christian's probably going to do the same actually. As with the extra speed, do I get it all slowed down? Yeah, easily, look at that. Perfect braking. So that shows how powerful DRS is. Zomaka actually lost 2 places through no fault of his own. He didn't make any mistakes particularly. DRS is just very, very powerful on this track. As I said, you can defend against it though. That's because he used all of his curves probably to get past me in the beginning parts of that lap. So once again, concentrate on the guys ahead, but look at that, look, on the minimap, all 4 have bunched up. Very much so. So you see them now ahead, look at that, look how close they all are. Oh, a bit of contact there between the 2 Force Indias. Look how close they all are, so that does actually allow me hopefully to close them down. I mean, it's now back to 2 and 2, but hopefully if they're battling with each other, they'll be slowing each other down while hopefully I can reel them in. If I don't have to defend against Christian too hard, which I think it might be okay. I think I might even get DRS on this lap. If they start battling, they're defending each other, so that's going to slow each other down. Unfortunately, they weren't side by side. But here we go then. Getting a little bit wide there, but not too bad. So I'm pulling away from Christian, so I think I've definitely got the pace on Christian, at least in this stint. He's on options, I'm on primes. In theory, he should be quicker, but as we know, the tyres are virtually the same in the first stint. So I'm 900ths down now, so I'll use my curves, half of it, just to make sure I've got DRS. You go into Rich as well. As I said, the detection lines at the end of the straight, you'll see it, just about there. So that should allow me to get DRS. I'd be surprised if I haven't, because I'm pretty close behind him now, but of course he's going to get DRS as well. But I'm gaining on him, look. That momentum's going to be carried through, even though we've both got DRS. I think we've both got the same gear issues. But look at it, I'm going to have a go at the inside though. He's not going to defend it, so I'm going to have a go, as I said. I know I'm pretty late on the brakes, and yes, I managed it. That was Victor actually. And I've managed to get past him. No, he's probably not close enough to. No, he's not close enough to get him back. And I've got a slipstream on the next guy. Hopefully to overtake Mikey up into the podium positions. As Victor worries me a little bit. by gaining on me so much. I had to go to Rich. Just lock me inside wheel slightly. Doesn't really cost me too much time though. As I'm trying to close down Mikey now. So lap 8 then. I haven't done any editing so far. I couldn't. It was all action-packed. Very entertaining start to this race. So hope it carries on all throughout. But I'm definitely closing down Mikey. I think the option tyres might be going off now. I'm closing them all down quite a bit. So I've gone to lean now. As I said, since it seems to be closing down easily. And actually the leaders are even closer again. So I think they must have been battling once again. So this race is still on for the win. As I said, a little bit unlucky with the start. But mainly not because of necessarily positions gained that I would have otherwise gained, because I still gained 2 positions out of the first corner, so that's not too bad, but mainly because of time lost to the leaders. I think I'd have been right on the back of Onage if I was able to get around that first corner. Of course, I think he's currently leading this race, if not he's in second place, so very strong anyway. So I've now used a lot of my curves this lap, but that should be okay. DRS should be enough to get past him. So once again, look how much later I brake than Mikey. Right up close behind him, running a little bit wide though, so possibly I'll brake myself a little bit, but there we go, I'm on Rich now. DRS. So I'm a little way back though, half a second, but hopefully I should have enough speed. I should be able to brake late enough to get past him. Yeah, indeed, get it all slowed down fine. And I'm past him, he's going to try and undercut me, but that probably won't work. No. So does a left-hander straight over, but look, he's very close behind me. I'm going to have to go straight to defensive, using a bit of my curves, but no. I think he's backed out of it. I'm going to stay a little bit to the middle just to make sure to not give him any ideas. I see he's going to have another pop, but no. The move's done. Give it up. There we go. I'm ahead. So up into third place then. It is Kiffer in second place. You can see them ahead there. Onage, my teammate, is in first place. So at the moment it's a double podium finish for the Williams guys. Another massively strong result that would be. But there we see, we've still got 20 laps to go, so a little way to go yet. As I'm really trying to gain on Kiffer now. As I said, pulling away from Mikey behind me. I think their tyres might be going off. But both Onage and Kiffer ahead of me are both on primes, so it probably shows that already primes are the stronger strategy, since the first 3 guys are primes, when there was only 2 guys in the top 8 that were on primes on the grid. So of course I was the 8th person. Kiffer I think was just behind me, 9th or 10th. So obviously normally the main advantage is on options at the end, so we'll see how that plays out, but I'll be surprised if it isn't as is at the moment for the top 3, perhaps in a different order, but we'll see. Of course the options guys pit earlier. I'll probably pit this lap or next lap maybe. Let's have a look. No, not this lap, so maybe next lap. But of course they're on a brand new set of prime tyres, so same tyres as me, but they're brand new. Just skip ahead now to lap what will be 15. The guys behind have already pitted, so I'm likely to come out behind them just because they'll be faster because they've got a fresher set, and I have unfortunately lost time to the guys ahead. I've noticed, actually with hindsight of the whole race, that you do actually, as long as you're not battling each other too much and fighting too much, you do actually gain time by sticking with someone, because the slipstream effect and also getting DRS, if you keep swapping places every other lap, DRS is so powerful it probably gives you half a second a lap. So just literally getting a DRS, as long as it's clean overtakes all the time, just literally getting DRS is half a second a lap. So if you were to get it every other lap, that's an average of what, 2.5 tenths a lap? It's a lot of time. And as you can see on the minimap, I've been on my own for the last 5 laps or so. They've been battling, well not really battling now, they've got a bit of a gap into each other, but they were battling a little bit ahead. I was closing them down as you saw in the opening stages, but unfortunately I lost a bit of pace. But we'll see. I am planned to pit on lap 17, but I will tell you right now that I'm going to pit at the end of this lap. I was thinking of doing it on lap 16, but I gather Onage is probably going to want to pit then. I don't want to get caught up in the pits of him, and of course I want to try and undercut the guys ahead of me with a brand new set of option tyres. Hopefully better close them down nicely, so I'm going to pit 2 laps earlier than normal. An identical second sector time, look at that. Can't complain at that, can you? 3.5 seconds ahead, 3.5 seconds behind. How boring. So as I said, I will come into the pits now. I'm going to use the rest of my curves on the way to it. I'm sure I will, hopefully. I don't. I must forget about that. That's not great, is it? That cost me maybe a 10th that lap. Does the guy behind pit? No, he doesn't. So I'm the first one into the pits for a set of option tyres. Hopefully that should allow me to undercut the guys ahead. Fingers crossed, need a good stop. Which of course it is, 2.9 seconds as usual. 2.909, so about a 10th quicker than normal. See the guys overtaking me now, but could be pretty close to the next guys on the mini-map, look. Who's that? Just gone past. There's Christian. I think that's Mikey braking very late, trying to get all slowed down, and I do, but unfortunately couldn't quite leave enough room for Mikey, so I had to let him back through. I might have been able to take that place if I didn't hit him, or flag bubble him rather. But there we go, that's okay. I'm going to have much fresher tyres, even though they're cold. They should, look at that, straight away, braking a lot later. So the guy behind apparently has damage, I got. But as I said, even though I've got cold tyres, they're the option tyres, and they're still fresher than the guy ahead, Mikey, so always went a bit wide there. So I should hopefully still be overtaking him fairly quickly, so I'm not too worried about that at the moment. Biggest rust I can clear him pretty quickly, as I said, I sort of need to. But he's not slowing me down too much at the moment. I just need to have a quick out lap. As I said, trying to overtake the guys ahead, I expect only to pit this lap. So in the slipstream now, I will get DRS in this lap, which will help me. Gain a little bit of time. As yeah, straight away you can visually see, can't you, how much, well not how much, but you can see that these tyres are giving more grip anyway. There's a bit of oversteer on the curb there once again, only half a second back. As I said, the tyres can't even quite fully warmed up just yet. Still got a full tank of cars, so it's virtually a guaranteed overtake on this next straight if I don't mess up the final corner. Going to Rich as well, and oh, brakes so late, look at that. Wound up being the same speed in the corner, but I brake a lot later and wound up right close behind him. So I use my Kers now, and yeah, look, just the Kers would have been enough. With DRS as well, so I'll start pulling back to the left. And they've already come out the pits, or only Jazz at least, I think. So I didn't really gain anything there, interestingly. David is next, Christian's just overtaken him, unfortunately. I would like to hopefully let Christian get held up a little bit. So I'm quite confident that I can overtake David, but Christian, we all know, is a good fighter and very quick. And oh, I clunked the curb there, that pushed me right out wide. That wasn't good, that probably cost me half a second. Still the purple sector though, with these brand new tyres. So just quite a way ahead now. I don't think I actually really gained anything in the pits, to be honest. As David runs a bit wide there. It's going to be very close indeed. So let's see how late I am when the brakes into this next corner then. Look at that, so much later, right up close behind him at the end of the braking zone. That allows me to get a really good slipstream on this next straight. So that's good, that hopefully means I can overtake the guys ahead fairly easily. So I have to keep an eye on Mikey there, just in case he decides to bin one at the inside. Oh, David's run a bit wide, but that's not quite big enough a mistake to allow me through. Look how close I am now, right up in his slipstream. I'll have a little look at the inside, but I want DRS, so I'm not going to bother with that. If David gets DRS and so does Mikey, they might both overtake me, so I do not want that. So still using standard. I've only got +1 up of fuel. I'm having to start quite heavily actually managing my fuel, to be honest. I'm still going to Rich to get these overtakes done. So I now use my Kers as David. Is he coming to the? Yeah, he's coming to the pits actually. No, he's still on primes. Didn't even notice that. Still on prime tyres. This Christian's already pulled away a little bit though. Look at that. But of course I've got DRS, so that's at least allowed me to defend against Mike. This Christian's a fast up though. He's half a second up on me. So that's very good actually on prime tyres. I think he must have saved some fuel for this phase of the race where he knew that the option runners would be quicker. So who's ahead now? Looks like we've got Christian. Of course it's Onage and Kifler, isn't it? So Christian has managed to lead me in the pit stop phase. But this is always the way with this strategy. You're quicker in the final stage, you need to do some overtaking, as we all know from previous races. So that's fine. I should be able to close him down by probably at least half a second a lap, I should imagine. With him being on older prime tyres. Still got a full tank of cars at the moment. So there's a bit of a bollard there, but that shouldn't cause me any harm. Oh, we'll get a bit stuck in the curb there. Bit of a play in that curb. There's a bit of a gutter or gully in the curb. Unfortunately, when you get your wheel caught in it, it's pretty difficult to get out of it. But it's okay. Sometimes that can even suck you into the barriers in places like Abu Dhabi. It's not so bad on this circuit though. They do get glitch bollards occasionally though, so if you hit one of the bollards, say that one there, that's quite a way off the track, but some of the bollards, if you hit them, unfortunately, they can glitch and they can actually flip your car, or you know, fling it up into the air, fly it off the circuit. It's insane what the bollards can do on this track. It did happen in some of the lower splits actually, but in this split, I think we got away with it. I did put out a warning for the race about the bollards. As a lap second up, but still not quite as quick as Christian's lap though. Like I said, you think he must have saved some fuel. It's only just a 33.1, so it's only a tenth quicker. That's fine. As I said, I'm on standard and I have been going to lean in the middle sector. Let's look on the mini map. There's a little bit of a gap between guys. Oh, someone's running very wide though. Who's that? Looking at the mini-map again, someone's run extremely wide. Is that a Williams? I think that might be Williams. I think that's Ownage. Ownage just made a huge mistake there. From being in the lead of the race, he must have lost about 5-6 seconds there. That's a lot to lose. Yes, definitely Williams. That's Ownage. So hopefully that will slow the guys ahead up so I can catch them. They need to be battling quite hard. But as I said, you can actually gain time by battling. So I touch the bollard there, push it out of the way a little bit. Yeah, you can actually gain time by battling as long as it's relatively clean. You're not constantly off the racing line. On this track at least you can gain time by losing slipstream and DRS, so hopefully that doesn't happen. I'd rather that didn't happen. Christian was already pretty quick, I don't want him to get quicker. As I said, I've not exactly got loads of fuel left, as I've got a feeling Christian has. I'll have to go standard and lean, as you see. But yeah, 2 seconds now, so he's actually pulling the gap out to me, Christian. Doing a fantastic job on primes, it must be said. But unfortunately, not able to close the gap. He will get DRS on Ownage. I don't think he'll get past. He'll go outside, yeah, he won't get past there, unfortunately. Let's keep it as a fastest lap, and we skip ahead to lap 26. Unfortunately, the gap's just got bigger and bigger. It was 2 seconds more or less, it's now 3.8. I did have about a 1 second game freeze, unfortunately, again, because I forgot to put my Steam offline. Quite often people message me or I get game invites and things, and that can lag the game when I'm recording. So it's for 1 second the game literally freezes, so it stops, you stand still, and because it's online, career mode you get away with it because everything stops with you, but online of course you stop and everyone else carries on, so you lose the time. And actually if you're battling, that can be quite dangerous because there's a car just stopped. I think it does ghost, but even so, it can be a bit dangerous. But there we go. So that's the seconds, that would have been 2.6. So they're battling ahead, looks like it, so that should slow each other down. But oh, they must have had contact there, look at that. They've lost loads of time. Race on then. They're not far ahead at all now. Oh, his Ownage runs wide as well. That's not what I wanted to be doing, so yeah, right on the back of him now, look at that. In his slipstream and everything, so race on then. Lap 27 to 29, only got 2 full laps to do it in. So would have liked to catch him a lot earlier actually, but that's okay. I'm still pretty close behind him. So hopefully I can take both of them and take second place. That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? I thought it was all over, to be honest. I was hoping they were going to battle and slow each other down, but it didn't happen. And then, I'm not sure what happened really, but they made a mistake there. And it's allowing me to catch right up with them. Only 0.6 now, so I'll definitely get DRS then. Fantastic, but as you know, they're optimal fuel on the right side. I haven't got lots of fuel to play with, but that's okay. Oh, it's only runs wide there. Unfortunately, I have to come out the throttle because of that. That's unfortunately not a good team game there, was it? I had to slow down for my teammate. Of course, didn't want to hit him equally, but of course that did mean we both lost time. Him was his mistake. We both got DRS, so I should gain it back on Christian hopefully. Oh, as I brake very late there again. My normal braking point actually, but just got caught out by how early Ownage was braking compared to me. Hit him, and unfortunately I had to let him back past. That's okay. Still very close behind, still plenty close enough for the slipstream, but we have lost more time to Christian, so we need to not do that. I'm going to pretty much back off. Not back off, but not be too aggressive. Allow us both just to catch Christian up, because I believe we definitely have got the pace in these closing stages. Christian's tyres will be pretty worn now. I'm not sure how worn my tyres are, but we're on the faster tyres, so on light fuel we should be quite a bit faster. So even though there's only this lap and the next lap left, we should better close it. Also Kifler, just a word on him. He's just completely thrashed at the front, I'm not going to lie. Look at the mini-map there, look how far ahead he is. Absolutely amazing. The Sal Bridge strong at this track, don't get me wrong. It's got good acceleration, of course this track's very stop-starty, but even so, it's a fantastic performance there from him. No mistakes all race. Good race, fair play. He'll take the win undoubtedly. So just half a second between me and Ownage now, but oh, as he runs right out wide there, but Christian makes an even bigger mistake. Look at that, Christian must have run even wider. I didn't mean that. I think I meant to do gear fuel rather. Look how close they are. Look. So as Christian runs wide once again, look how close they are. Ownage should probably get Christian with DRS, but unfortunately, I'm a bit too far back because Ownage has had the slipstream. It's pushed me back a bit, but I'm gaining on both of them. Oh, we're very close there to come in contact. 29 to 29, final lap then. Can I don't think I can do a lot. No, there's no gap there. See, I would have perhaps committed up the inside of Christian there, but I saw the gap closing, so I didn't bother. And oh, I get too much curve and get a bit of oversteer. So I'm right up close to Christian now then. In the slipstream. And oh, wow, break him in that corner, but no, not by enough. That would have ended in tears. Getting pretty desperate now. Look how close we all are. All for second place. 3 cars battling for second place in the final lap. It doesn't get better than this. Unless it's first. 2 tenths down on Christian now. I was like, oh, I have a big move up the inside. Big move up the inside. And I managed to get past. I don't think he left me enough room. I managed to get past that. And hopefully now I can start closing down ownage and take second place. I've got 1 move done. Managed to get past Christian, so that's knocked him off the podium. It's 2 Williams on the podium at the moment. So hopefully I can catch ownage ahead. I'm gone to Rich, but I've got a feeling I'm going to run out if I do that, so I need to be careful. I've got loads of cars left though. Loads of it, look. So hopefully I'll be able to catch ownage. But actually he's probably just almost a second ahead. Look, he's had a fantastic final lap. He's obviously been really pushing us last lap to try and get away from us, which he's done very well. As Christian now uses, I think, the last bit of his curves, and Rich fixture. He's going to go try and go on the outside of me. But that's not happening. I won't be having that. Running out of room. Kifler wins then. I use the rest of my curves for the run to the line. Back to standard mitts to make sure I survive. And we do go to different results because I should be finishing 3rd. As you can see there, I'm actually in 7th place. That's because you can see on the right side I've got a 20-second penalty. Now we'll look at the incident again. This is the final lap. So I'll tell you what happened. So we'll go to slow-mo. I committed to the inside. You see I'm stayed to the outside, braking very late as I had confidence from the early parts of the race. I locked my wheel slightly, only ran about a metre wide of the apex or so, but unfortunately the lag bubble hit for Christian. I personally thought he turned in a bit early. They didn't really leave me enough room, but it was a very aggressive move by me, to be fair. And unfortunately received a 20-second time penalty for that. So that has moved me down to 3rd in the championship. 17 points now off Jerome. I think I was about 8 points or so without the penalty. So it's a lot further down. 7th place, as I said. But yeah, Christian is now 13 points back from Jerome. It's not too bad though. I can live with that. It's as I said, 17 points. I'm hoping to win a few more races, and Spain I quite like, Monaco I'm strong at, so hopefully I can claw that back. It's not the end of the world, but a little bit disappointing towards the end there. But other than that, fantastic race. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.